What is up? Welcome to another one. Yesterday we got to drift that polecat. Which is this amazing road course about an hour away from my house, and I think this is the second time they've had a drift event there. I'm hoping they have more so I can attend again. It was an amazing day until the Miata started messing up. Dang, someone's shooting. I've been having an issue with some breaking up, and I think we fixed it, but it turns out we didn't. Or we fixed it and another issue has came up. So currently the car sitting at idle is dumping fuel. My AFRs are 10 solid, and you can smell in the back, it is very, very rich. Gotta figure out what that is. So off camera, I just replaced the coil pack, still the same thing. So that rules that out. I also replaced my spark plugs at the vent and still nothing. So now I'm really leaning towards maybe a fuel injector is messed up. I'm going to take all that off, maybe figure out a way to hold it clamped so the pressure is still there, and see if I can fire them individually and see which one is maybe our issue. At this point, I'm really hoping this is the issue. I'm tired of fighting this car. This has been like 3 or 4 events now where I haven't been able to drive because the car has been acting up, and which really sucks is because basically my whole career I've had a really solid car that I loaded up, drifted all day, and went back home and without little issue. And if there was issues, it's something I could fix at the track, and this issue has been driving me insane. So I'm really hoping it's just an injector or something. We can send it out to get cleaned or just upgrade injectors. So let's get these out. Let's see if we can test them. So these are the coil packs I tried. So I tried 2. So both of these are bad. That would really suck. I also have Flow Force fuel injectors. So maybe those are it. But yeah, let's get these out. I think that's for the fuel pump. Alright, that should have got all the fuel out of it, hopefully. Open the gas cap. I took that hose off the fuel pressure regulator. And then look at the fuel pressure regulator, I'm like, hey, I don't have that. I was like, oh, I just took that off, idiot. Don't you do it. These injectors require these little washer things. Not lose those. So you don't ever want to mix up your feed and return lines. That can really hinder stuff. So at least try to mark one, which makes it easier on you later on. Also, these kind of pliers, so handy. You can get really good grip on these type of connectors, and then taking them off is really easy too. Should probably get a rag. So now we should be able to pull this fuel rail out. Oh man. So the plan is to connect this back up, put these back on, and zip tie them so that they can fire. We can fire one at a time. And I don't know if I had said this, but these are Flow Force 640cc injectors, I'm pretty sure. I know they're in the 600s. I don't remember if they're 640s or like 670s or something. Pow! Roadie, man. I hope that worked. If not, it's probably just gonna piss stuff all over the place. I mean, look how disgusting at least the outside looks. So maybe the seals that go right here are bad. I was letting stuff in. Good thing about the standalone is we can test each one individually if this zip tie method works. We'll be able to tell exactly which one is wrong or bad, or we'll be able to tell nothing, and we're back to square one. Well, it looks like we are squirting out of each one of the injectors pretty good. It doesn't look like I have any weird spray patterns from what I can tell. I couldn't really get the camera up close enough. I need to set another hand, but you know, I'm one-man show currently. So I'm going to put them back in. The only other thing I can think of is possibly maybe the spark plug wire itself is going bad. We'll put those back in. I'll grab some plugs off one of my cars that runs good and see if it fixes it. And if not, then take the injectors back out, send them out to get cleaned, and then I guess kind of go from there. So the only other thing I think of is the MAP sensor inside of the Megasquirt, which is the mass air pressure. I think that's what it's supposed to stand for, or the IAT, which is the intake air temps, which that should work. That has always been reading pretty good on the dashboard screen that I have. So I always keep an eye on that because that can really screw some stuff up if that goes bad. But yeah, those are the only other things I can really think of. So let's get these injectors back in, get some new plug wires on it, and then see if it runs better. Because if you're not sparking, then it definitely would be rich, because there'd be fuel in there that's not burnt. But you think it would sound like it's misfiring, so I don't know, but it's worth a try, so let's try it. So I got the injectors put back together. I had swapped the spark plug wire so it didn't run right for a second, but once I got that fixed, I mean, it started running perfectly fine, back to normal. AFRs were straight, so I'm kind of lost with what's going on here. Took it for a test drive, did donuts perfectly fine. I did end up just breaking an axle, so that sucks. Gotta fix that now. Yeah, I don't know what to do now. I made a post on the internet and see if anyone else can help me out. I think, like I said, the only thing I can think of is maybe the ECU's bad, the map sensor in that is bad or faulty going in and out. I know there's a external map sensor we could probably get and try it out, but yeah, for right now, just gonna park it. Stop trying to drive it at events until I am 100% sure that it's running good, because I'm tired of wasting money for events and not getting seat time. Kind of sucks. So for now, this is where she sits. So it's been a couple days since that last clip. Done a lot of research, made a post on Facebook. While skimming through some old forums, I came across multiple forums talking about the Wagon 255 being too much for the factory fuel pressure regulator and causing rich conditions, kind of like what I've been seeing. So there's also, you know, those people where they're like, well, I've been running it for, you know, so and so years, never had an issue. But for the most part, it seems like a lot of people have had this similar issue while putting a Wagon in and not doing other upgrades to the fuel system, which thinking about it now, it kind of makes sense. But at the time, I just had that pump on hand and I put it in because mine died. Shame on me, learning lessons. It's part of it. So now I've got a stock pump, brand new. Got the sock to put on it. I also got a used, known good fuel pressure regulator. Gonna go ahead and swap those out just so we can have a clean slate and make sure that that is the issue with what we are seeing, is that it is a wall burrow. Also, got an axle for the axle that broke test driving last weekend. So now it is time to take this car back apart, get that wall burrow out, get that new pump in, get that fuel pressure regulator in, get the axle in, and hopefully everything's good. Always disconnect your battery. I am not the best at remembering this, but do as I say, not as I do, right? Boom. We got our factory unit ready to go right back in. Always check all your connections. Don't lose those. Those are for the top side. Yeah, should be good to go. We're in there good. Maybe tighten that guy up a little bit more, make sure we're solid. Don't want anything to come loose. As this one, my old one, if y'all watched that video, we lost the whole filter. So it's probably why it killed this pump. Alright, should be good then. Let's go put it back in. I think I see the sock in there that we lost. So I'm gonna try to get that out. Obviously it's probably not worth wearing gloves. Yeah, I guess I could try one glove. It's gonna hurt later, but whatever. Filter. There's something right here. Whatever that is. Alright. See if I can get my hand out here without dripping fuel over the place. Alright, let's start it up. See what an AFR reads. See if it's any better, and it should smell a lot better. Because when I pulled this car in earlier, it was very, very rich. We still haven't done the fuel pressure regulator. We'll get to that. I still will probably replace the fuel pressure regulator just to rule that out, but maybe we'll just keep that one on hand and then do it at the track. I don't know. Depends on how lazy I feel. I want to get this axle replaced so we can at least do a test drive. So let's get to that. Alright, so we got the wheel off. Axle's about on this side. Let's check it out. Yeah. I think I sheared it completely. Fun. Alright, let's get it completely out. Need to mark this top camber adjustment so we do not lose it. It's been a while since I've taken off one of these diffs, but I'm pretty sure you just take the top off, drop the control arm out of the lower control arm. Drop the coilover out of the lower control arm. Looks like probably this rear sway bar, and then we should be good. So let's mark this guy up. Do the same over here. If you don't have one of these, you need to have one of these in the shop. Paint marker, very, very handy. As long as it's like having a Sharpie, but better. So, that's very interesting. I've never broken an axle before, so sweet. Hell yeah. Alright, so back from a test drive, everything seems pretty solid. My AFRs are good in and out of boost, at idle and cruising, so I feel pretty confident that we have fixed our issue. Hopefully. I'm like 90 to 95% sure. We still got to do the fuel pressure regulator. Again, I don't know if I'm going to do that yet. I might just be lazy because I really want to get back onto that thing. I've been working on that video for like a month and a half or maybe longer, and it really hurts. But I tried to get footage while doing test drives, but one, it's really hard by myself, and two, I've got really stiff mounts in this thing, so anywhere I mount a camera, it just shakes, it vibrates really bad, unless I use a GoPro. And I don't know, just GoPro footage for like a normal vlog, it just doesn't do it for me. I feel like it's really bad quality, and I just don't want to put that on y'all to watch. But I am working on a method. I need a method, especially if I'm going to continue doing this solo for now. We won't be able to really test that we fix anything until we go to another drift event and beat the hell out of this car. So there is one coming up this weekend. It's the Halloween event at Nashville Super Speedway. I just need to buy some tires and we should be good to go. So if you liked today's video, leave a like. Think about subscribing. I'll see you next one. Peace.